Welcome to the Productivity Boosters and Stress Reducers podcast. I'm your host, Stephanie Heeb, and I can't thank you enough for listening in. Each episode, I will discuss a new tip or trick that will help you to live a productive and efficient life, professionally and personally. If you're ready to find your productivity rhythm, relieve stress, and meet your goals faster, then this is the podcast for you. This podcast is sponsored by Your Choice Concierge and GiftWell, both created to make your life easier. Your Choice Concierge provides flexible hourly, personal, and professional assistance. Let them handle your busy tasks so you can focus on what's important. GiftWell makes thoughtful gift giving easy. They deliver and ship one-of-a-kind gifts using products from local businesses across the country. Make sure to use code YCCFriend at checkout to receive 5% off your purchase. You can learn more about Your Choice and GiftWell by clicking the links in the description. In this week's episode, I'm going to discuss things you should be automating professionally. Next week's episode will be about ways to automate personally. You will benefit from automating in several ways. Obviously, the first main benefit is saving time. Another thing you'll notice after automating is that you've also become more organized. And when you're more organized, you're more productive. Automating certain processes will also reduce mistakes and errors. We're all human, we make mistakes, but automating will remove most human error opportunities from the equation, which automatically reduces the risk. Now that you know some of the benefits, let's talk about how to automate. Where to start? There are certain steps you can take so that setting up your automations doesn't become a stressful experience. If you try to rush when you first start to implement new automations, you can quickly become overwhelmed and give up. Think of these first steps as building the foundation for your home. Without a sturdy foundation, your home won't be built properly and will eventually all collapse. So let's start with thinking about your biggest pain points or what takes up most of your time. Think of repetitive tasks that you take care of often or tasks that are time sensitive and require you to pay close attention to deadlines, or maybe things that include multiple people or have a lot of moving parts. The next step would be to turn those goals into specific tasks and then find the most appropriate tools to help you automate and complete those tasks. It's not an overcomplicated process. You can find different apps and softwares by doing some research online or outsource using a company like Your Choice Concierge to help you get started. So, for example, since it's tax season, let's say you've exhausted yourself trying to get everything ready for your accountant this year, and now your goal is to keep your receipts more organized throughout the year to save yourself more time and do less work to prepare for the next tax season. You would want to start by determining the action items you need to meet that goal, aka the task you're going to automate. So for this example, our first step might be how to save receipts in an organized fashion. No more searching for missing receipts that get lost in the shuffle or sorting through piles that have accumulated in your office. And trust me, I've worked around busy executives, entrepreneurs, and small business owners for 15 years now. I have seen quite a few of those piles. You are not alone. But once you've decided to automate your receipt saving process, you next need to research and find out what apps or software can help you streamline this process. There are several expense tracking apps and bookkeeping software that will allow you to take pictures of your receipts and let the software do the rest. Most apps these days are able to parse the information directly from your picture, so there's no retyping details. And it makes it super easy to categorize your expenses and stay organized. This will keep you from manually going through receipts and bank statements or dealing with troublesome bank reconciliations when tax time comes around. Automating doesn't have to be overly complicated or cost an arm and a leg. Go at your own pace. Trying to do too much at once or too soon will just set you back. Set deadlines and milestones for yourself. This is not going to be a quick process. Although it does take time to set up your automations, it will save you time in the long run. Have you heard of the saying, you have to spend money to make money? Well, sometimes you have to spend time to save time. That's another topic I could talk about for hours, but I will save that for another day. Just remember that as your business grows, so will your processes and automations. When I started my business, I wasn't automating much. Just a quick example. 5 years ago, my Your Choice Concierge team members were tracking their own time and emailing me a weekly spreadsheet with the task and time details. Then I took each spreadsheet, logged their time into our bookkeeping system, and then had to import the data into our payroll system. It was just one time-consuming step after another. Now our team members log into the Your Choice Concierge Zoho Projects portal. They find their tasks and clock in and out directly from their phone or PC. Then I get an automated report of their task and time details, and it also automatically adds to my bookkeeping and payroll software. Just those simple automation updates saved me so much time. That's just one of many ways we've automated Your Choice business processes over the last few years. And we aren't finished yet. Again, as the business grows, so should your processes and automations. You might be thinking, this all sounds great, but automation, software, and apps all sound expensive. Well, guess what? It doesn't have to be. I'm here to tell you about my love for Zoho One. Zoho One is a broad and cohesive set of applications that work collectively to run an entire business. It makes automating and streamlining your business so easy, and it's affordable. For $30 a month per user, you get access to over 45 apps that help you run your entire business. You can access the apps online from your PC or download the apps directly to your phone to access them from anywhere. Unlike getting a bunch of apps that don't work together, Zoho One gives you apps that are easy to integrate and work as one. This is a huge time and cost saver. Stop paying for a bunch of apps or subscriptions that just add up to cost you too much money. My business is going on 5 years old, and I started using Zoho One 4 years ago. The website was created using Zoho Sites. We use Zoho Books for bookkeeping, Zoho Meeting for virtual meetings and webinars, Zoho Social to manage all of our social media accounts, Zoho CRM for keeping up with leads and client details, Zoho Bookings for appointments, Zoho Sign for client agreements, Zoho Campaigns for email marketing, Zoho Backstage to help manage client events. I mean, the list just keeps going on. It is a one-stop shop for entrepreneurs and small businesses. Stop paying for WordPress, QuickBooks, Zoom, Hootsuite, Salesforce, Calendly, DocuSign, MailChimp, Eventbrite, so on and so forth. All those separate costs can really add up and hurt a small business and their bottom line. Zoho One has all the same apps, all one password, already connected and ready to work together at a fraction of the cost. It really is a no-brainer. And you don't have to use all the apps at once. Start with just a few and only introduce new apps or processes when it makes sense to you and your business. Zoho One makes it easy to grow your processes and automations as your business grows on your terms. It's also super easy to set up. Your account details and all your apps can be managed from one place, the admin panel, which is also super user-friendly. Of course, like with any new process implementation, there will be a learning curve. So don't expect to understand it all overnight. It's important when you start automating, no matter what tools you're using, to be patient with yourself. And if you do decide to use Zoho One, make sure to take full advantage of their free support services or call me if you need an extra hand. I love seeing other people succeed using Zoho One. I could seriously go on about this topic for hours, but this is a 10-minute podcast and our time is up. If you want to see what Zoho One is like firsthand, click the link in the description for a free trial. That's all for this week's episode of Productivity Boosters and Stress Reducers. If you want to talk more about using Zoho One or automating, have feedback about this episode or a specific topic you'd like to hear about in the future, please email me at info@yourchoice-concierge.com. I'd love to hear from you. Make sure you also subscribe to the Your Choice Concierge YouTube channel, where you can find some of the examples of the tips and tricks I discuss on the show. I will be putting up some demos of Zoho One. Thanks again for listening. I'm Stephanie Heeb, and I hope you'll join me next week for more tips and tricks to live a productive and efficient life, professionally and personally. Have you considered starting your own podcast but haven't had the time? Check out Buzzsprout. They make launching and managing your podcast effortless. Trust me, if I can do it, anyone can. Clicking the Buzzsprout link in the description will let them know we sent you and get you a $20 Amazon gift card if you decide to sign up for a paid plan. Thanks again to our sponsors, Your Choice Concierge and GiftWell. Until next time, productive people.